I only got 26 minutes left on this thing, but I'm going to respond to uh, a person on these live streams who I just saw, and it's got me thinking. And but before I talk about that, because it's has to do with psychology, and they're really not. They're just basically bullshitting. Okay, but I mean, they're just like throwing a whole bunch of different things out there, and so I'm gonna comment on it. But before I do, I just came out here to town, and I just came out here to town, and I noticed this. This is unbelievable. I mean, these people busted this window last week. It used to be that the government, if something like this happened, they would take care of it right away. So something tells me they don't have the money to fix this thing. This is getting pathetic. I'd go out there and show you, but somebody just pulled up right now and they might think it's a little weird. Um, so, uh, yeah, I'm just gonna wait for them to leave, and then I'll show you. I've already showed it before, um, but I'm like, Orange Man. I don't know. Uh, you know, I'm hearing different things now from different people. A lot of people are starting to you know talk bad about Orange Man. But like I said, um, there's a lot of bad people, and well, I've showed you some stuff, you know. So I don't know, you know. I'm still trying to find that one channel so that we can get to the bottom of this, right? But this is ridiculous. This is places turning into like third world countries. So this stuff about, things are getting better. You look at this. This is a United States post office. This is a United States post office. And and in the United States, I have to hurry up because I'm trying to get some stuff I don't want to say because sometimes people will be watching, and that when you go look for the stuff, try to get the stuff that you said, they'll do crazy things. So it's good to know that people are watching, but hope I'm not covering up the microphone. I've only got one. I'm only using one phone, but this is like so crazy. Who are these people pulling up right here to the post office that's not open? What the hell are they doing in there? I mean, you can only get your mail and leave. It's not like you can buy stamps or anything. Let me turn this car on a little bit. See if it'll charge for me. There it goes. So, is the sound muffled or anything? Is the sound muffled or is the sound fine? So, yeah, I didn't bring my other phones with me. I just came over to take care of something real quick. And as soon as these people take off, I'll go and show you this. What's becoming of this country? This is just so bizarre. This is like this is like a third world country. And so this is so bizarre. These people are in there. What the hell are they doing? Right? You just come to the post office, you grab your stuff, and you leave. And they're making like a picnic out of it. So is the sound okay? Because on this phone, I usually have the phone up higher. I usually have the phone, like right here. So the microphone will be good. But I've also got it plugged in because it only had like 26%. But look at this. This is a United States post office. I done the harvest season, so I was busy for like close to 3 months. 3 months I was working nonstop, sun up to sundown, 7 days a week. Then later on it turned into 6 days a week. I did 2 different harvests. Um, so I wasn't here a lot. Um, I I visit the post office quite a bit, but who knows how long this thing has been? I think it's just that one day because I saw Circle K. Now Circle K, they repaired theirs. They repaired their window immediately. But the post office, look at this crap. It's been over a week. This is just goofy. It's like they don't have money to fix this crap. I knew something was up because this used to be a beautiful post office. It was nice. Little by little I noticed that it started getting kind of tore up on the inside. But when I guess somebody drove their car up and smashed into the wall and they never repaired it, I knew something was up. But now this takes the cake. This takes the cake. This is like they don't have money to fix this stuff. Look at this. Let me turn this around. And I should put the light on, huh? But this camera's so good, I don't even need the light. Okay, so I'm gonna unplug it, and I'm just gonna walk over here and show this to you. This is like just so bizarre. This is like third world country style. I think the government, I don't know if it's the city government, the federal government, this is a United States post office. I think they don't have any money. Because look at this. Looks like a junkyard. Looks like a junkyard. Look at that. They didn't even sweep up the glass. See all the glass that's broken right there? Let me zoom in a little bit. It's been that way for over a week. And they got another door where you go, you know how they have that to keep flies out, right? Look at that. It's been like this for over a week. What kind? Is that freaking ghetto or what? That is freaking ghetto. That's like third world country style. Look at this. And that's a HS violation. Health and safety violation. That's freaking dangerous. What if a kid comes by here? How freaking goofy is that? Damn, I thought a lot of people would like that. Everybody just took off. So anyway, I gotta hurry up. They got the lights on out there. I don't know what they're doing. Usually if you show something like that, with live action on it, uh, a lot of people come in the room, but I guess it didn't. I guess the people who used to watching me, they want to hear some psychology. Well, free P Diddy, dude, I don't even pay attention to that kind of stuff. Now there's a thing held for review. I should, kick some people out, but not going to right now. So, let me turn this on me here and turn the car on. So, want to hear a little psychology? You can actually see me because I'm using my good camera. This one has a good camera on it. And I want to go get some stuff, but because it's so cold now, it's 40 degrees early in the morning. Show you a little action, what's going on around here. Got a bunch of teenagers crossing the street. I guess they're getting ready for trick or treat. Just to give you an idea of what's going on. So I'll talk about the psychology, and basically, I'll just give you my honest opinion what I think it is. I think it's Hollywood, and I think whoever is her boss, I don't know what you would call it, is just upset because I'm telling the people about these phony Hollywood actors, basically is what they are, who are trying to pretend like they're just regular people, right? So it's just like just throwing insults, because the questions, the topics they're covering, they're just all over the board, and they won't be specific, and but I'm going to talk about it. So this lady comes out, and I told you, she never talks about culture, right? She just says, oh, well, we want this and we want that. But she never mentions culture. When you're talking about people's emotions and stuff like that, you always have to take into consideration culture, like religion. You never hear her talking about that. And so it's just bogus. They're just bullshitting. And so let's see, where can I go to get this? But nevertheless, so she has a friend on today, and her friend, she says, something like, what really turns on Slavic, is that what you call them, Slavic women from Europe or whatever? What really turns them on? What really, gets them juiced up for what kind of a man really gets them juiced up, really turns them on, basically is what she's saying. And so her friend comes and she says, oh, he's got to be masculine, right? And so they don't take into consideration age or anything like that. So it's basically just a bunch of horse shit, right? But even though her friend, there's so much psychology, that you need to take into consideration. Like, how was your upbringing? Did you go through any kind of abuse with your, with your family? Did you have any issues with your family? That'd be number one, because she almost sounds like a man-hater, to tell you the truth. And you don't know if she has issues and is hitting on you herself. I'm speaking like if I'm speaking to her, right? No parking, construction zone. You don't know, what the hell. I told you I did a video the other day, and the most searched for term on females who are searching for pornography is lesbian. That's the number one search term for females watching porno. And 70% of the population is watching porno. 70% of the time they're on the internet. Well, that don't sound right. 70% of the people are watching porn. That's why it's like, probably by now, you can check AI, but probably by now it's like 200 billion a year industry. When I was doing research back in, I don't know, 20 years ago, it was a $91 billion industry. And so, yeah, so that right there shows you that she probably wants you for herself, because she's messed up in her head. You don't know what kind of upbringing she's had. That didn't even come into the equation. You never even covered it. So the whole thing sounds like a bunch of freaking BS, right? So how can you really comment on it when it's just all over the board and, flimsy? But tomorrow I'm going to come down here and wash my clothes, because I haven't washed my clothes like in a month or so. But so I'm going to come down here in the morning when there's no people, because right now it's just crowded. I'll let you see. It's just packed. And I somehow have to get some quarters. And somebody's smoking a cigarette, so let me roll up my window. Yeah, so that's the laundromat. So I guess all these people are washing their clothes, getting ready to go back to Mexico, because all the harvest is nearly done. And then they just go over to Visalia, hop on the Greyhound bus, and they're gone, right? So let's see, what time is it? How much fuel do I have? I need more fuel. Maybe I'll just buy some type of they got a special kind of something. And I screwed up when I was at Walmart. When I was at Walmart today, I didn't look hard enough for it. Because I walked into the store and I had forgot to take my reading glasses with me. So that was just totally messed up. When and if I ever do get my electric car, won't be having these issues. But when I got home today, I cooked a chili verde, and it didn't last very long at all. Well, it was a small can anyway. But I was like, can you see those cats right there? So here's the charge thing. But I was like, I talked to a lady when I was in there in the store, and I was like, yeah, they got 2 charge ports and nobody's charged. Well, yeah, this one car is charging their car, but you can see you still have places to charge. When I make those videos and the people finally realize that you can charge these cars for free, it's going to be a frenzy around here with the electric cars. You're not going to be able to find a spot. All these spots are going to be taken. And this is a Chevy, some kind of electric Chevy. So I'm still going to show you. I'm going to take you to the PG&E website and show you all the used cars you can buy, and they will give you $4,000 for buying yourself a car, a used car. That's pretty cool, huh? And as soon as people start finding out, as soon as I make this video, you watch how many people are going to start using these places. You're not going to be able to find a place to park to charge your car, because right now it's virtually non-existent. The people don't, they just don't pay attention. All these people are sitting here pumping $30, $40, $50 into their tank, can be driving an electric vehicle and charging it for free, right? Who knows what kind of propaganda they're putting out there to keep them from realizing this. But this is my next endeavor. So the only question now is, what range do I want to get? Because pretty much the only car that I'm looking at is one brand, one model. The question is, what kind of range do I want to get off of it? Do I want 50 miles, 80 miles, 119 miles, or 159 mile range? So we'll see. But a lot of times I think we get lazy. We're like, let the creator, the creator is in charge, right? Ultimately. But I think what's going on right now, with the leadership in this country, I think people do need to get involved, right? And so that's why I'm still trying to find this other channel so that we can get to the bottom of it. And you can't just sit by and let things, let the creator, do whatever he wants. People have to take action, right? And stand up against inequalities and injustices. So that's what I'm trying to do. Get this car, but I'm like, well, which car does God want me to have? Does he want me to have this little 40 mile range car, right? Does he want me to have this 40 mile range car because it's more affordable for people? You can get one of these for $2,000. So you get it for free because they're gonna give you $4,000 for buying the used vehicle. Probably they only give you however much you paid for it. I don't know how it works. But I'm like, well, I'll just get whichever one, whichever one I get. And I'm thinking like, well, probably what's meant to be is to get a little cheap one, right? That way you can explain, for all the poor people, how much you save just starting your car every morning and just traveling 3 miles to town. You're still spending a lot on fuel. And so I'm like, well, but really, I'd like to have the one with the most range on it, which is 159 miles. It's 2018. And you know, there's a 2019 right now for $2,000 less than what I was looking at. But I still do not have the wherewithal to make the purchase, and I'm not going to start working on the solar panels, the power station for it to power it for free off free energy, solar energy, right? Because I'm just not interested until I actually have the vehicle, right? And so this is going to be a major turning point. And you know, even the EV makers, they're not like 100% on board with that either, right? They want to sell new cars, not used cars. They ain't going to make no money off, you know, a used car. They already sold the car. They don't get no part of the sale. They want to sell new cars. So they want to make, you know, eventually, you know, when you get somebody else in the leadership here in the United States, eventually they're going to let these cars in, just like the rest of the world. Australia, New Zealand, South America, Germany, all of Europe, they all are allowing these high-tech electric cars there. The only place they're not allowed is here. And look how the place is going to hell. You just saw the United States Post Office. It's been like that for freaking over a week. That is a freaking gross negligence. And you saw it. That's freaking crazy. So let me see what time is it. I think I got enough time. I'm gonna go ahead and try and make it to town over here. So you know, the signal craps out right as soon as going down here. So I'm gonna turn off the video. But yeah, I'm listening to this one lady who's on here, and I listened to about half of it, and I'm just like, this is BS, right? So but I'll keep you up to date on that channel. I got a car coming right behind me, so I've got to speed up a little bit. I'll keep you up to date on this channel on what's going on with it, because they are talking about, you know, something important, your significant other. And well, there's just so much stuff that they gloss over that it's not even funny, right? They gloss over the poverty, they gloss over the getting drunk, they gloss over the infidelity and the adultery. They just gloss right over it. It's like they're living in a fairy tale world. Right? What's the blinky light supposed to mean, Dodo bird? So I'm gonna shut the video off and go take care of some stuff, and probably do a live stream later, and tell you what's going on. And so stay tuned. Thanks for leaving all the comments, people. Really appreciate it, but I've only got one phone with me, so I can't really do anything with it. But thanks for leaving comments. That helps the algorithm, I guess, and helps the reach to get out to more people. And so, I'm promoting this David Icke thing, and that's getting a little bit complicated too, because I told you I don't agree with everything that he says. I only agree with the extraterrestrials. I don't agree with this. This is a simulation and it's a computer program and it's gonna fade out or this and that. I don't believe in that crap. I told you. I think he's an extraterrestrial himself. You know what an extraterrestrial is, right? They are the fallen angels, okay? Or the hybrid, the fallen angels who mixed with the humans. But anyhow, so I'll talk to you about that later. So stay tuned. Probably real soon.